A much longer reading today because I haven't done one in a while. So I thought, you know what, let's just have a look at what the energy is, what we're repressing, what may be some blockages right now, and how we can move forward with this energy. So I've already pulled some oracle cards to save some time. So we're just going to pull the main reading cards. So what is the highest message that we need to know today? What is the highest message that we need to know today? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Devil. Okay. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Nine of Pentacles. And we have the World card. Underneath the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. So, the Knight of Swords is an energy which talks about rushing in. It talks about moving too fast. It talks about maybe cutting yourself or being too sharp if you move too fast at this time, yeah? This is a card of also like somebody arguing, perhaps. It could be an argument, it's some kind of altercation perhaps, but it's as a result of something from the past that causes this energy to rush in, an action that was done in the past, yeah? The Knight of Swords is also talking about somebody, a tongue that argues for others, it can talk about, but it could be some kind of lawyer, some kind of message or communication that comes in rather fast, yeah? And then we have the Lovers. So, needing to think before we make decisions here, yeah? Needing to take this time to pause, to reflect. Because it's almost like if we rush too fast with this energy, it's like with the Lovers card, it talks about not being able to go backwards once we've made this decision, being at this crossroads, yeah, needing to take the time to consider the options before we move, yeah. It also talks about communication. This is a card of Gemini. We also have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy here, but it can talk about, yeah, moving too fast, needing to make a decision, yeah, being at a crossroads. It can be a choice of two things, yeah. Now, I think there's some kind of pause for reflection that's needed at this time. And then we have some kind of opportunities coming in, yeah, with the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new beginning. This is some kind of opportunity that comes in after this time to consider, after we've made this decision about which way we want to go. Here the angels are overlooking this situation. There's an element of divine protection. So, but the Knight of Swords can definitely rush in too fast. And as you can see here, the judgment may be kind of cloudy. The judgment may be kind of hasty at this time. So needing to take that time to pause. He's just going all guns in here. And everyone else is looking at him like, what do you want us to do? Yeah. What is your final decision on this? Yeah. This could also be waiting for some kind of backup in a situation, and then you get the backup, because the Lovers card can also talk about things and people, places, things that come in that is for our highest good in some way, like that law of attraction energy, and attracting what is for our highest good rather than rushing in to make a decision too quickly. And with the Ace of Pentacles, this is something solid. This is something stable. This brings in stability. He has a lot of backup, but he needs to be careful how he handles a situation, yeah? Not to rush in too fast to a situation. Now, we do have past life energy here, which talks about lessons and blessings, yeah? So needing to think about the lesson behind a situation, needing to take that time to pause, needing to take that time to reflect. And once we do that, once we consider what the lesson was trying to teach us, we can then move forward. Now, the first card coming in here is the Wheel of Fortune. And this talks about sudden changes, cycles. So say, for example, you was in some kind of suffering, because we do have the suffering card here and divine teachers. It's saying that this is saying that there's things that we're going to go through. This can talk about accidents. It can talk about traumas. With that Knight of Swords here, that can talk about triggers too. So maybe not moving off of our triggers, learning the karmic lessons behind those triggers before we move forward. Because the divine teacher's saying here to take the time to pause, to take the time to reflect on the pain, yeah, because there is some kind of opportunity or blessing behind it. To stay away also from the drama here. Yeah, not needing the drama with this Knight of Swords, because this card can be a little bit dramatic here. But it's taking that time to pause, taking that time to reflect, bringing any pain to the light. So, for example, if you have an issue with your back, you hurt your back, it may be that you're needing to take that time to rest. It may be that that rest is causing you not to make a silly decision, because we also have the Two of Wands, which talks about a decision here. Yeah. Being grounded, needing to be more grounded, needing to be more centered before we attempt to take on the world, perhaps, yeah? Also, this is the spiritual aspect and this is the physical aspect. So, allowing the physical to remain stable so that the spiritual can then come in. These can be the gifts from the universe, the gifts from God. It could also be about our intuition, our insight, yeah? So allowing that, the divine teachers are saying to allow this energy to happen so that we can see that lesson behind it, so that we don't rush forward too quickly. For example, if you've got a cold, it may be, and a runny nose, it may be the universe kind of keeping you away from certain people at a certain time to not cause this chaos, to not cause this confusion. Because it is also number 23 here, which breaks down to 5 and can talk about chaos. The Wheel of Fortune's pretty much like that as well, in that there can be chaos before there is these blessings, before there is this peace, before there is these opportunities that are coming in. Yeah. We then also have the Three of Swords, which talks about some kind of heartbreak, some kind of betrayal perhaps as well with the Suffering card. So this is saying take that time to heal, take that time to reflect. The Three of Swords is also saying that there is a gift behind this pain. Yeah, there is always a silver lining with this energy here. Yeah. Then we also have the Three of Pentacles. This is some kind of opportunity. This is something. It's also telling us to focus on a labor of love here. Something that we enjoy doing, yeah? Because we also have Paul the Venetian here, which talks about our artistic expression, our creativity, yeah? He was also the guy that painted the Last Supper. Yeah, and he was also accused of blasphemy. Now, if he'd have responded to that in a certain way, he wouldn't have got cleared in the way that he got cleared. His energy was cleared so that he could create. So for some of you, it's taking that time also to pause. So, for example, say you get some bad news about a job, for example, maybe, or a third-party situation, some kind of betrayal, some kind of truth or communication that comes in that could be a little bit sharp or a little bit harsh, yeah? It might be that you need to kind of look at your creative pursuit. So it may be that you sing, it may be that you dance, yeah, and it's about focusing on those skills that we have. Yeah, this is also a card of cooperation here. So we have, in the same energy here, we have this cooperation. And now if we look at the Lovers, this could be somebody coming in helping you up from a situation. Now possibly if you'd have tried to get up too quickly or tried to rush into a situation, you may not get the help or the blessings that are due to you here. Yeah, so taking that time out, yeah, knowing that if there is any trouble, the universe is on your side. Karmically, the universe is going to clear it up, especially with this lessons and blessings here. Yeah, needing to kind of find inner peace, yeah, bringing that pain to the light, allowing yourself to be a little bit vulnerable so that we don't get stuck in this energy, this 3D devil energy where we feel like we're being controlled or we feel like we're being manipulated in a situation. It's releasing ourselves from that. It's so, for example, yeah, there's a job that you get fired from, and then a new opportunity comes in. Whereas if you kind of try and fight against this energy, you may miss out on an opportunity that is due to come into you. Yeah, the devil talks about the 3D things, the material things, possibly finances for some people. It can talk about feeling like we're tied to a situation, yeah, feeling like maybe we're being overrun with some kind of illness, some kind of trauma, some kind of accident, and the devil would like us to remain stuck in that energy, yeah. But this is saying shine a light on this devil energy and it will dissipate, it will disappear, and the universe will help you with that. Yeah. We also have the Nine of Pentacles, which is saying be grateful and thankful for everything that you do have at this time. A cycle is about to end. This is also a card about self-reliance here. So we may feel like we're self-reliant. However, this bird of prey is coming in here. We may feel like we're having to put up boundaries here. But this is about tapping into your abundance as well. It can talk about some kind of... how do you ask for help in situations when you need help? Yeah, it's allowing yourself to be vulnerable enough to ask for help in situations when you need it, and not feeling like you have to kind of react in some way. Yeah, because with this card as well, it can talk about things that kind of spoil the garden for us, like snails and stuff that come in and try to spoil the garden. It also talks about businesses. So how do you kind of advertise your skills? How do you advertise what it is that you do? Yeah, needing to do that a little bit more, needing to also, yeah, not be so self-reliant, because the Ten of Pentacles comes after this. It's where everybody is happy. There is enough to go round for everybody. Yeah. We then have the Three of Wands, which talks about opportunities coming in. It talks about messages. It talks about a doorway or a gateway. And then we have our ships coming in. This is a card of manifestation, and it comes after a decision here. Yeah, this could also be help coming in with this guy wearing red, because he's manifesting. This guy's kind of asking for help, possibly, because orange talks about communication. It talks about, yeah, being social. Yeah, so needing to kind of ask for help if you need it, allowing yourself to have that vulnerability. It may also just be about taking a rest as well here. Yeah, because the Queen of Cups here talks about healing. She also talks about, look, we have this dolphin coming in that's bringing peace here. But if we kind of try to do too much with the Queen of Cups, if we give too much out of our cup at times, yeah, if we're going through a hard time and we're still trying to make everything kind of run without going through that process, yeah, it can also be about getting washed up on the rocks because we've given too much, yeah. Waiting for intuitive messages as well, very much so with the Queen of Cups. Allowing yourself that space to heal, yeah. We then have the World card. Now, the World card talks about this self-awareness, but it also talks about putting up boundaries as such, yeah? Allowing things to end gracefully as opposed to trying to force it with the devil. Yeah, allowing yourself to say no to what is beyond you. It is also an energy of karma. So we do have two cards here talking about karmic balances. This is a sudden change to a situation. So if you was down, things change and you become up. Yeah, if this is also saying that this brings an ending to some kind of karmic cycle. So it's like once we learn the lesson to it, we take the blessing from that card, yeah, allowing yourself to be kind of grounded, to be fixed in that energy, to feel it fully with the Queen of Cups, having that space to allow those intuitive messages to come in. We then also have the card of vulnerability, and it says this is confirmation that you're seeking to tread into the unknown, which is very much the Three of Wands here. Yeah, unfamiliar territory where decisions are based more on intuition than rationality. Don't let fears hold you back or allow a misguided sense that feeling vulnerable is somehow a negative condition. So the devil also talks about these fears, things that we're controlled by, things that force us to react or to be triggered by situations, yeah? Allowing ourselves to feel the vulnerability within that situation. Well, for example, why was I feeling triggered by this? And to kind of release it so that we're not controlled by it here, yeah? But it's also, yeah, allowing yourself to feel the negative energy so you can bring it to the light, so it becomes lighter, yeah? And that is where the healing takes place with this card. We then also have living totally, yeah? So this is about Alexander the Great, yeah? It's also 45, which talks about 9, so it's completions of cycles. We do have two cards here talking about completions of cycles here. But it talks about living totally in the moment. So Alexander the Great passed by Diogenes, yeah, and he saw him just relaxing on by the side of the water here, and he looked at him and he thought, how stunning, how peaceful, how relaxed that man looks, yeah. Now Diogenes, he was somebody that lived in the moment, that allowed himself to live in the moment. For example, he was a beggar, but to look at him, you wouldn't see that because he was so peaceful. He had this air about him that didn't show the struggles that he was going through. Now, he told Alexander the Great that he learnt this from a dog. He saw a dog that didn't have a begging bowl and was quite happy to just jump in the water whenever it needed to take a drink. Yeah, so that is... He then said to him, oh, I wish I could be like you, yeah? And Alexander the Great said that to him, and he said, you know what, why can't you be? He said, because I've got to go and fight these wars, I've got to sort out the army, and I've got this and this to do. Once I've finished my war, yeah, then I'll be able to relax, yeah? And Diogenes said, but look, half of the time we feel like we're going to wait until this and this is done or till X, Y, and Z is completed before we allow ourselves to find that peace, to find that rest, yeah? So it's almost like, yeah, I'm going through all of this stress, I'm going through all of this pain, and I still have to do X, Y, and Z. But what this is talking about is living totally in each moment, not thinking about, oh, well, tomorrow I'll start meditating, or tomorrow I'll be able to rest. Yeah, it's allowing yourself to feel the emotions that you need at that time, at that point in time. And then afterwards, Alexander the Great, he actually ended up dying halfway through his battle. So he never actually got to find that peace, to find that rest that he needed. And whereas Diogenes, he was totally at peace with his circumstances, totally at ease with the situation around him. So it's asking you to find that peace within today, to allow opportunities to arise as they arise, and not think, actually, tomorrow, I'll be able to relax. Tomorrow I can take time for myself. It's about living in each moment, totally living in each moment. So let's take a little bit of clarification. Let's see. We'll go with the after tarot. The Six of Wands. This is some kind of support that comes in. This is where somebody is able to shine their light, yeah? But it comes from not allowing pride, yeah, to overcome you here, because pride can come before a fall. So being able to ask for that help when you need it, not being controlled by situations that feel overwhelming. This is talking about mutual support for both leaders and followers here. This is talking about being that lighthouse, yeah. Others could see you healing or going through something, and then you have that support that comes in here. We have these buds which are talking about opportunities coming in. This is finding that balance. Six is about a reciprocal energy. It's also about an energy where we're able to maintain. If we can maintain energy, after we've had that rest, after we've healed ourselves, we're able to maintain the energy of the six much easier. And then that's where the victory comes from with this card. We're then able to shine our light out to help others as well. Maybe others require your support, but needing to kind of say no to things that are beyond you. So if you're going through something and other people are kind of trying to put a lot of pressure on you to move forward, to do something, it's allowing yourself that space to heal. Because like I said, pride comes before a fall here. Yep, and there's the healing with the Three of Swords. This is allowing yourself that space to allow those swords to fall out so that you can find that inner peace, that inner clarity. It's allowing for that reflection. And like I said, the Three of Swords always has a silver lining behind it, but here we have that rain, but it's also washing away. And these swords have now fallen out, yeah? And we have the Two of Wands here. So exactly the same here. But it's like now we have this support. Now we have this energy. There's something that's coming in that is going to support you. There's some kind of opportunity that's coming in that will support you to take you to the next level. Instead of him trying to hold the world all here by himself, he's then able to clamp it to the building, find that groundedness, find that stability, and the help is coming in here. Yeah, this could also be making a choice in terms of a decision. Yeah, making the right decisions, needing to have that time to reflect, to be able to make the right decisions. Judgment card here. This is about rising up out of the ashes like a phoenix after some trouble. It's also about hearing the call, hearing the vibration from the universe. Yeah, this talks about reconciliation energy. So it could be some element of forgiveness. It could be part of the healing process is some kind of forgiveness that needs to occur in order to move forward. Yeah, allowing something to kind of come together. Yeah. It also talks about respite after struggles, yeah? Allowing yourself to rise up out of those ashes, to hear the sound, yeah? To be able to go towards your calling here as well, yeah? If Paul the Venetian had tried to fight the blasphemy, he may not have created the Last Supper, yeah? So it's also about allowing yourself to hear the calling, yeah, being protected, hearing the trumpets, yeah, hearing the vibrations of your ancestors calling you, yeah, rising up after a time of struggle. So whatever you're going through now, whether it's trauma, whether it's an accident, whether it's kind of some kind of drama, there's a rising up that comes from it. You don't have to do anything with the Wheel of Fortune and the World cards. These are karmic cards that are saying, look, the wheel is about to change in your favor. Queen of Pentacles, this is about being grounded, being stable, yeah? Knowing your value, knowing your worth, looking after your health. She is the kitchen witch, the Queen of Pentacles. People trust her, yeah? All as well. These animals around her trust her. She is very grounded. She likes to look after others, but first and foremost, she knows how to appreciate herself, yeah? She is looking at her own reflection. She is reflecting on her healing as well. So for some of you, maybe there's some kind of healing or healing position that comes from this, or you find some kind of ingredients or something that comes in. You find a way to heal yourself and know that you know your value or know your worth in a situation, rather than trying to force something to happen in a way. We then have the Chariot, which talks about overcoming an issue, yeah, being able to move forward, taking the reins of a situation after there's been a struggle. This is that travel, the momentum forward. This could also be that help that arrives, a message about help coming in, yeah. But the Chariot is some kind of triumph that happens within the mind. It's like falling over. Yeah, we may have fallen over several times. But what makes us different is that we are able to kind of pick ourselves up and try again, or to do something over. And then we have this forward movement, this forward momentum. There may be struggles around a home. There may be struggles around some kind of arguments. Yeah. Chariot is the card of Cancer. Yeah, it's about also listening to yourself, listening to your mind. Something changing, something switching within your mind that allows you to then move forward. Waiting for that switch to take place. Ten of Pentacles, this is that abundance. This is that opportunity that's coming in. This is something good that is good for everybody here. Yeah, this is the three ships are coming in the background there. Yeah, this is that opportunity, that abundance, that gateway that opens up for us. Yeah, after we've made some kind of decision, as a result of some kind of decision that we've made. And now we're accepting this option, this choice here with the Lovers. This is some kind of good communications. This is about being at a crossroads, being able to make a good decision. We have the Tree of Knowledge, the Tree of Life. Yeah, we also protected. But it also talks about not having to go back to something. It's like once we get to this crossroads, it's like we don't have to redo it, because we've learnt the lesson, we've learnt we've received the blessing from it here. Yeah, this is about communication coming in. Yeah. It may be that we need to communicate to others when we need our space as well. Okay, we have 2 cups here. two cards, sorry. Ten of Cups and the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is about being mentally conflicted, whereas the Ten of Cups is about happiness, tapping into our emotional happiness, yeah? Finding that joy, finding that bliss. This is that rainbow after the struggles. This is when we're in alignment with ourselves, when we're in alignment with our purpose, yeah? We're in alignment with our heart's destiny, with our heart's desires, yeah? Rather than trying to fight against something and being conflicted. This is a no-win situation. Yeah, this is, yes, somebody's won, but it's like, what have they won? Yeah. Also shows the conflict can show somebody's true motives. So needing to allow something to play out as well. Yeah, in order to find that happiness within. And underneath the deck, yes, we have the King of Cups, which talks about mediation. It talks about healing. It talks about learning from our emotional states, progressing from the Queen of Cups to possibly giving too much of ourselves in situations, to finding this balance with the King of Cups, yeah? Learning how to master our emotions, yeah? Learning how to master our healing as well, yeah? This can be a doctor, this can be a physician, this could be some kind of communication that comes in that kind of puts a stop to some kind of issue, yeah? And it is with the World card, so there's an ending to something that may have been bothering us either emotionally, or needing to, there's been a situation that was a fallout, it was creating arguments, and now we have that union, we have that boundary that's been put up, and that has brought in this healing. This has brought in love to a situation here, yeah? Self-love. Self-care is everything at this time as well. We also have ships coming in here, which is talking about opportunities, and this fish in the corner here talking about abundance, yeah, tapping into our abundance, yeah. So it's not a time to kind of rush ahead at this time. It's a time to live in each moment and acceptance of each moment without creating any kind of drama, without creating anything, needing to learn to ask for help when we need it, not allowing the devil to kind of control us, knowing what we're worth when it comes to ourselves, when it comes to our healing, taking that time out to rest before we make decisions, maybe decisions that are not very good for us here, yeah? She's taking that time to pause, to reflect, yeah? And then we had the Lovers card where that now the opportunity is being taken, yeah? And now we're protected. This is Archangel Michael with his sword out saying, look, we're protected in these decisions now, because there's no going back with this energy. It's almost like you've either learnt the lesson and you receive the blessing, or you repeat the karmic cycle over and over again until you do learn the lesson, yeah? Needing to find the fun in life as well, yeah? It can be that needing to go through this process of healing, and then something kind of takes off business-wise, financial-wise. We have inheritances here. We have gifts of abundance, financially stable, but not putting ourselves in a mindset where we're fearing or we're having lack or we're feeling like we have to struggle through something to create something, yeah? This is the universe saying, look, if you need that time out to heal, take that time out to heal, take that time out to self-reflect, yeah? And then you will have more than you could have ever dreamed of, yeah? But the main thing is realizing that we don't need to repeat these cycles. Time is also but an illusion, yeah? So allowing yourself that space, that time to let this healing come in, to allow these swords to fall out so that you can move forward in a much better way without being reactive, being more proactive. So I really do hope this has helped. Take care. Stay blessed, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.